Welcome to the PrepNet, presented every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Talk2Me's Channel 14. Come join us to discuss everything about prepping and hear what others have done. Sanitation Part 1. Disclaimer: this presentation discusses sanitation, human waste disposal, disease prevention, and hygiene during emergency situations. Some topics may be unpleasant or uncomfortable for some listeners. The purpose of this presentation is educational preparedness planning and practical survival knowledge. When people think about preparedness, they often focus on food, water, radios, generators, and medical supplies. But one of the fastest ways a disaster can become deadly is poor sanitation. History has repeatedly shown that disease, contaminated water, human waste, and poor hygiene can kill more people after a disaster than the original event itself. Good sanitation is not glamorous, it is not exciting, but it is absolutely critical. In this presentation, we will cover why sanitation matters, human waste disposal options, toilet alternatives, hand washing and personal hygiene, laundry and dish cleaning, trash disposal, gray water management, odor control, disease prevention, long-term sanitation planning, rural versus urban sanitation considerations, and special considerations for children, elderly, and disabled individuals. This presentation is designed for practical preparedness planning for both short-term emergencies and long-term grid-down situations. The main question: why does sanitation matter? During normal times, modern sanitation systems quietly handle massive amounts of waste every day. Most people rarely think about flush toilets, sewer systems, water treatment plants, garbage collection, running water, drainage systems, or septic systems. But in a major disaster, those systems may stop working. Without sanitation planning, human waste accumulates quickly, drinking water becomes contaminated, disease spreads rapidly, insects and rodents multiply, living conditions become dangerous, and morale drops sharply. Historically, poor sanitation has caused outbreaks of cholera, dysentery, typhoid, hepatitis A, Giardia, E. coli infections, and noroviruses. Sanitation is directly tied to survival. Emergency sanitation usually falls into four major categories: human waste disposal, hygiene and hand washing, water drainage and gray water handling, trash and waste management. All four matter. You can have plenty of food and water, but if sanitation fails, illness can spread rapidly. Human waste becomes hazardous quickly. The main goals are: isolate waste from living areas, prevent contamination of water supplies, reduce insects and rodents, minimize odor, maintain privacy and dignity, and prevent disease spread. Even a small family can generate significant waste every day. A realistic sanitation plan should exist before an emergency occurs. Option 1. Continue using a flush toilet. In some emergencies, normal toilets may still work temporarily. This depends on whether water pressure still exists, whether sewer systems are operational, or whether septic systems remain functional. If water pressure fails but sewer lines still function, toilets can sometimes be manually flushed using stored water. This is often called a bucket flush. We use this method when our electric grid goes down and our water wells become unusable. You can bucket flush in one of two ways. One method is filling the toilet tank and flushing normally. The second method is quickly pouring water directly into the bowl. A bucket works best because the water enters fast enough to trigger a flush. We store non-potable flushing water in clearly marked containers rather than using our emergency drinking water. We even keep some in each bathroom so it is immediately available when the power goes out. Typical flushing water sources: stored emergency water, rainwater, river water, melted snow, and gray water from cleaning. Important: never continue flushing toilets if sewer systems back up. Wastewater can re-enter homes and create severe contamination hazards. If you are on a septic system, stop using it as much as you can. Once the septic tank fills up, it can fail and need pumping, if not replacement. In an emergency, there will be no one available to pump out your septic tank. Immediately go to your other options. Option 2. Portable camping toilets. Portable camping toilets are common short-term emergency solutions. These often use chemical holding tanks, sealed waste containers, disposable waste bags. Portable camping toilets are portable, easy to use, good for apartments, provide a familiar seating position, and offer some odor control. But they also have disadvantages, including limited capacity, requiring supplies, waste eventually needing to be emptied, and chemicals potentially running out. These are often practical for elderly individuals, disabled individuals, small families, short-term outages, and vehicle evacuation kits. Next week, we'll continue the sanitation topic and finish the other toilet options. If you have any questions about what we have discussed here or anything about prepping, send your question to prepnetch14@gmail.com and enter question in the subject line.